Alright. What the hell is going on, everybody, and welcome back. We are going into a best of 7 show match on the new patch. That's right, new balance changes, but they don't really affect this matchup that much. What does affect this matchup, Protoss vs Zerg, is the maps. These maps are crazy. We've got Talon Esports Dark in the top. He's going to go take his third base, and he's up against Hero down here in the bottom left side of the map. Of course, Hero still playing for Dragon Kaiser Gaming and looking like an absolute monster on new maps. Hero is famous for usually winning tournaments where they test out new map pools. Now we've got a map pool that is hybrid. It's half from the previous season, half of the new map. So I think it's 4 old, 5 new maps. And the players have vetoed Golden Aura, is what Dark got rid of. Hero got rid of Site Delta. So we are going to be playing with only 2 of the old maps, Oceanborn and Alcyon. The rest are new maps, and they are all coming out pretty early on in this series. Now, this map, Amphion, you've got a mineral wall you can open up. I believe it's 5 minerals each, and then that opens up this back path down to this 2 gold mineral base, and then there's minerals again, likewise, to open up the Protoss backdoor. Now, if you're a Protoss, what you should do is you should build your second pylon over here every game so you can wall this off, otherwise you're going to die to Ling Flood. Hero. Oh, he knows! Yes, okay. Hero has studied this. I'm pretty sure he played this map during Wardy's TLMC tournament. Oh, he's going to wall a bit further back from it. Interesting. Okay. And normally what you do is you full wall on this side with your Stargate. And then if they start breaking that down, you try to quickly get an Adept over there and wall it off. Now, Dark might realize that Hero is going to be ready for this and not opt for the Ling Flood on the back door. But we'll see exactly how it plays out. Chat's pointing out it's reminding them of World of Sleepers. That's a map name I haven't heard in a long time. Of course, Hero's going to leave his front door wide open for now. That's an interesting Stargate position because it doesn't wall the minerals off at all. I think he was just trying to hide it from the Overlord, maybe? I don't know. Adept coming forward. First probe pulling back right now. In terms of balance changes, Observers build a bit faster. Sentries no longer take bonus damage from Banelings because they don't take bonus to light. They're no longer a light unit. Observers are slightly tankier. They have 10 more shields, I believe, or hit points. Zerg Fungal has 1 more range. Infestors are a bit more visible. They kick up more dirt when they move around while burrowed. It's very small minor changes for this matchup. The bigger changes are, of course, the changes to the Terran units that could affect things. But this map, the other maps that are coming out, there's ones with gold bases inside your main base. It is really, really weird, fun, creative map pool. If we get to late game, there is a big change. The feedback change, chat's pointing out. Yes, there is a big feedback change for late game. We'll mention if we get there. Ooh, good micro by Dark. Doesn't lose a single unit. Hello. That's Stalker. If it shuffles to the right, it should kill it. Oh my god. Okay, barely gets that last shot off. Nicely done. Second gate goes down on the right. Oh, he's actually going to expand to the right. You mad lad, Hero. Oh, I liked how patient he was. Didn't set off the Oracle laser beam. And Dark ran away anticipating it. Dark's now got his third base up. He's building spores in both of his bases, as well as a good section of 3 queens. 4th and 5th queen on the way as well. We've got an Adept and an Oracle in the third. Dark has been unstoppable lately when he doesn't get supply blocked. And you know what? I think 54. Was it 54 or 52? There was a number. He kept getting supply blocked the other day. And it was doing my head in. But the fact that he's already getting up to 60 plus supply is very good for Dark's early game. Oh, Hero goes crazy deep on that. Gets a queen and a drone. Oh, almost gets a third drone. Does take a fair bit of damage on those oracles, but I think that's a very good start. Queen and 2 drones in mining time. Third base is on the way here. Robo coming down behind the third. Robo Forge. So Hero's going to delay his Twilight a lot, but he's already got extra gateways. 4 gates is going to be amazing. Whereas Dark is going Lair and second gas. If the oracles see that, I would imagine you're going to expect something like a little bit cheekier. Maybe a fast spire. Oracle going to try and pull away. 4 queens are out. Only 4 queens. 5th one pops. 2 more building. Dark, 47 workers against Hero's 44. He's got some Lings poking forward at this stage. Maybe try and intercept a few of these units as they move out. Hero's going to go for the Robo. Wait, is this Classics build? Guys, is this Classics build? Oh, Classic gave Dark massive problems with this build in GSL, so I think Hero's decided to copy it. This is the least Hero build I've ever seen in my life. So what he would do is he'd build Colossus. He'd build a Colossus, and then he'd just go 3 Stargate Carrier from this setup. But Dark is doing the Chadray Annihilator. It's a Nidus Queen. It is the latest Nidus Queenling Bane attack I've ever seen, even from Dark. He's going to hit close to 7 minutes. Guys, there's sloppy attacks, and then there's whatever Dark's trying to do in this game. This is the sloppiest of sloppy joes. I'm saying maybe you thought you were going to a restaurant for a fine steak dinner. They come out and slop some mystery meat and some weird globules onto your plate and say, eat up, idiot. That's what Dark's trying to serve to Hero. Hero's already got a cannon and batteries out here, but the main base, there's a hole in the vision. Such a big main base, this could cause him problems. He'll still have 2 gates and a robo up though, and with a Colossus, that Colossus is going to wreck Zerglings. He's going to have to pull probes out of the main and get out of there right now, Hero. But then his third is going to be a little bit open. He's only got 1 cannon to defend all those Zerglings out there. Oh, he's going to lose +1. Only 15 seconds from finishing. He hasn't run his probes. Hero, wake up, mate. He's not running his probes. The mad lad. He's leaving his probes in the open. I mean, he is going to shut down the next Nidus Worm, which is nice. Finally, at least pulls his probes slightly to the right. Banelings are going to hit that third in a big way. Not to mention the Nidus Worm coming out there will allow him to move down. Dark is hitting incredibly late in this game, but he is doing damage. He's going to kill a gateway here. Got to watch out. Queens actually do okay versus Colossus. Stasis Trap does freeze a few of them. Pull the Colossus back there, Hero. Colossus takes a lot of damage. Queen's taking a lot down at the third. Banelings are in the middle. Oh, goodbye cannons and batteries. 14 probes go down. Dark hitting so late that you would never expect it. And honestly, I think Hero is shocked. Because this attack from Dark, let's be honest, I'm not going to mince words. If you're a pro gamer and you're losing to this, you're shaking your head and you're going, that's the dumbest thing ever. I can't believe I lost to an attack that basic, that late. But that's exactly what happened. And it's just this big main base catching him off guard on the left side, not having the vision there. And sometimes sloppy timing, but well executed once you get going. That's all you need if your name's Dark. Dark is up 12 workers, 3 base against 2, taking a 4th base, and he is going to be smashing from here. Yeah, all that space on the left, I guess we know now you need to make sure you got a spotter out there, especially against a guy like Dark, because you never know when he's going to attack you. Hero is going to mine out this left side and try to take that out. Looks like an infestation pit, +1 range, Roach Warren. Is he going to go straight for lurkers, perhaps? Dark's worker count, not that impressive. But I think... Oh, hello. I think it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Ling's coming in the front right now. Just having a bit of a poke. He hasn't seen the lack of a third on the left. Hero's bringing 4 probes. He's going to take the gold minerals. He wants the 2 gold minerals? Is that what he's doing? Why is he bringing 4 probes? Is he taking a Nexus here? What's Hero doing? What's Hero doing? Oh, he just wants to mine a double patch opening. Oh, I see. Okay, so he's going to mine open that left side of the choke point. It's a big all-in. 2 Colossus, 1 Immortal, 11 Stalkers, 5 Sentries. Charge is done. But he doesn't really have a big army right now. He's outnumbered by 20 army supply. Spore Crawler coming forward. I like that Stasis Trap on the left side. The Spore's doing really well. Oracle goes down. Force Fields not early enough. The Sentries are getting jumped on. Oh, so many Sentries going down. And look at all the damage from that Spore Crawler. Dude, as Colossus is dying to a Spore Crawler, the Immortal, oh, it gets caught out. That being said, that Stasis Trap is really irritating for Dark to deal with. Keeping his units at bay. The numbers, though, those units are going to come out of that Stasis Trap. That's going to be bad news for Hero. He's down to a few Stalkers without Blink, 1/1 upgrades, and 2 Colossus. You can see those Biles ruining his day. He's got 1 Stasis Trap to fall back on, but 2 base against 4 base. Dark's going to do it with a Sloppy Joe's Nidus Worm. For information, for those who don't know, that Nidus Worm can hit with a fair amount of Queens and Zerglings at about 5 minutes 20. Sometimes even earlier than that. Dark hit it at 7 minutes, a minute and a half later than that. But nonetheless, he finds the damage in that wide open main base, overwhelming. And of course, using the Banelings to break the static at the third was the really smart move for him. If Hero had immediately ran his probes and just tried to protect these 2 mineral lines and then slowly cleared out his main a bit more carefully, I think maybe Hero could have defended. But it's always going to be tough. Oh, watch out. File's going to land on these rocks. Dark's coming in for a big attack. Nidus worm popping out behind. That's a crazy move for Dark. What are these roaches doing? Oh my gosh, Disruptor Shot gets a few roaches and Ravages, but there's just so few units left here for Hero. Bile's going to take out the Warp Prism. Force Field's not enough to hold on. One ball comes in from the right. Will get itself a Disruptor kill, but good spreadies from Dark as he takes down Hero's last two Colossus. They do fall. The Disruptor goes down. And Dark is going to take his map choice of Amphion in map 1. All right, guys. We're going on to Dynasty. In the top right side, we've got Talon's Dark. And in the bottom left, Hero for Dragon Kaizi Gaming. And he's going to go straight for the gold base. That's right. Gateway at the front. Cybercore following it. And he's going to go for the gold. And I wonder if Dark does something like... So there's a few things you can do to try and harass this. One of the funniest ones is I've seen someone come over with a drone, build a hatchery, cancel it, and then build a spine crawler right here. Problem is, it bleeds down over time. So all it does is deny mining. I don't think it's worth the mineral investment for what you get, but it is a very funny way to punish this. I think a more standard way is to get a single Ravager over there very early on, but of course, a single Ravager also quite expensive. So usually Zerg's just going to try and play somewhat greedy themselves, but because they're afraid to take their own gold base, that is an issue. Oh, Roach Warren and Link Speeder on the way. Wait. Dark was like, oh, let's fake a third base. Then he realized, hey, wait a second. Hero is not scouting. I don't need to take a third. I can just go all in. Now, the funny thing here, guys, is he just going to try and break this ramp? Because if Hero scouts what's up, he's going to see no gold to start. And then when he sees no third base, if he can just get some sentries out, I mean, force fielding the ramp will be massive, getting a shield battery, a few stalkers on top, and Glaives is on the way. Oh, Hero. He sees no gold base up here. Hero's going to come in. Is he going to find out what Dark's up to? Dark is a massive cheeser. Put him on a new map pool. You know he's going to have some fun. Now, Hero should check that southern base. And upon seeing that there's no base there, he should just shove in aggressively. The Lings are trying to save the Overlord, guys. That's their whole play here. Hero is still trying to focus the Overlord, which is not going to happen with 4 Zerglings there. Looks like the Adept does recall home, just to make defending a little bit easier. We've got Roaches on the way across the map. Did he see the Roaches, though? Where's the shield battery? Oh, no. If he didn't... I mean, he knows it's 2 base. Hero! Hero! Oh, my God. All of his production is on the front pylon. Dude. Oh, my God. This is so bad for him. Oh my God, the Adepts are just poking out as well. Cancel the shade. Don't, no. Hero. He's so dead. He's doing a 6K. Dude, Dark didn't take a gold or a third base. Oh man, Hero just not paying any attention to his scouting. And Dark is gonna rush to a 2-0 advantage. All right. Dark is on an all-in rampage today. And to be fair, it's a good way to try and punish a greedy opening, but I mean, Hero just did not see what was happening. I'm not sure, maybe Dark fake transferred workers to his natural and the Adept Shade saw it and it tricked Hero, but Hero did not seem to realize what was going on in that game. If you gave it another 2 minutes, Hero's production would have come online, he would have been in a great spot, but during that window, he was very weak. Now, this map is Post-Youth, where, guess what? Gold base. 3 gold minerals, 3 blue minerals, double gas. You've also got this mineral wall, but it does take 2 worker trips. Dark's the kind of guy who might just try to run up with a drone, mine it out, another drone, mine it out, and then YOLO into your base. But you'd have to kind of screw up to let that happen, I would say. Now, to be fair, you could do it at the start of the game. Bring 2 drones and be like, ha, I'm here before you have an Adept. But that's going to give them enough time to block it off before your Zerglings arrive. Then again, if you just 12 pool... You can 12 pool and open this at the same time, right? Bring like 4 drones so you can open up 2 different patches. And fight with them. Yeah. Oh, there's some dirty options on these maps. Now, you do get a second base there. People were in chat saying it's got a free third base, kind of like Thunderbird. I wouldn't say this is a free third base. It's wide open to get attacked, and it's very far from this ramp. It's not the hardest to defend because you can wall it off with gates and stuff, but it is a little further away, especially like in TVP. I noticed this third's very hard to hang, to defend. Maybe against Zerg it's a bit better. Remember, Overlords are a little faster now, Dropper Lords. So I would like to see some drop play on a map like this where you've got this angle to drop in as well as around the right side into this third potentially. The middle base is a gold base, but it's got an attack angle behind the minerals and on this high ground, which makes it incredibly dangerous to take this 6 mineral gold base on either side of the map. I think it's a pervert pillar near the in-base gold, chat says. Oh, here? Really? I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks high. It just doesn't look as tall as pervert pillars normally are. It looks just like a bit of terrain. Our map maker in chat says it's not a pervert pillar, or says, oh, no, I've got to double check. Stalker's going to chase off the Overlord. I think he gets a kill. This is a much better start for Hero. By the way, one of my favorite features, there is a smashed spaceship that is literally just crashed into the side of this base as the Overlord survives. Oh, Dark. He's on an absolute roll right now, man. He's on a roll. Oracle's on the way, as well as another Adept behind this. Hero is just camping at home. He did do a probe scout this game. That probe now returning to mine. And notice he's doubled up on the gold minerals really nicely, which I'm quite impressed by. So good on him. I've seen a lot of players struggle to keep their workers mining on those gold minerals. They keep bouncing off them and choosing the blue minerals instead, but he seems to have done it nicely. Dark has his also nicely saturated. He's going to go for an early Roach Warren. He's seen a Stalker, so he thinks that it's a ground play. Now, his Overlord did just, I think, see the Oracle. Did he cancel the Roach Warren? Yeah, he's cancelled his Roach Warren, and he's built an Evolution Chamber instead, has Dark, guys, because he saw that Oracle come out. So very, very safe play for both sides. A few spores being built. Going to 6 queens. I don't really know if Dark needs to be building these spores this early. I think he just realizes that Hero is such a dangerous player. Better to be safe than sorry. All right, Queen's moving out to the third base. Melee is on the way. Dark setting up for a set of Zerglings to deal with any Blink Stalkers. Oracle's diving forwards. Drone is caught out of position on the left side. And it just chills. Oh! Oracle's accidentally flying forwards. Would have been better to probably just dive that mineral line, tank the Queen and Spore, get a few drones, but he didn't know where all those Queens were. They are, of course, out to the left. Forge and Twilight goes down at 440. 4 gases are mining. And very important to get that third base up, as you don't have too much space to mine on this one, with only 6 mineral patches. Ooh. Does get another drone that was trying to mine open the blue minerals. Gets himself some Zerglings. Oh, that's cute. Just grabbing whatever value he can. And, oh, he does decide to dive in with the healthier Oracles, but he takes quite a bit of damage. Those Oracles need to get out of there. Queen's going to cut him off. Oh, good group up. Good choice by Hero. He can either sit there and regenerate his shields and come out later, or he can recall them. But now he's just chilling there, waiting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not a pillar, guys. These are just little terrain things. Just a little doodad, as people would call that in the map editor. You can always tell a pillar because it looks a little bit taller, a little bit more robust up here. That's a pillar. They do look a bit shorter than on most maps, to be fair, even the actual pillars. We've got Blinken +1 on the way, 2 gates up, 4 more gateways building, sentries are out. Okay, this looks like a real normie play for Hero, and I like that choice. You're down 2-0 in a best of 7. Dark's already cheesed you a little bit. Oh, juicy! But actually not the greatest micro from Dark and from Hero, and great Queen micro. Just scramble over there and deal with that. Now there's a few Adepts coming forward. Oh, those Oracles need to get over there. No, you don't want to lose the Oracles though. Just give up the Adepts. Good choice to just pull back with the Oracles. A lot of players would have panicked, tried to turn on the lasers and fight, and lost 1 or 2 Oracles. But it's more important to keep the Oracles alive than anything else. Now, Hero's going to try and take the gold base and use that as like a frontal pushing area. Good creep spread for Dark. He's already got his gold base up. Okay, so in this scenario, you need to go charge and like 12 gateways because you've got double gold minerals coming in. And as Zerg, you need like 3 macro hatcheries or like 7 bases right now. Because Dark's minerals are going to get out of control. So I really want to see 2 macro hatcheries. As silly as that sounds, keep an eye on that. It's going to be hard for them to spend their minerals. Dark's decided 8 Overlords will help him spend his minerals for now. The income is kind of crazy. Ooh. Here we go. Oracle's coming forward. Queens are there. Oracle's trying to pull back right now. And nice stasis traps, but good focus fire from Dark. Oh, the last stasis trap does not get set off, but that force field is slick, and these Stalkers are fighting so well. Good blink back micro. The sentries will eventually go down, but the Stalkers have made an impressive account of themselves. Already 2-to-1 trading, but he's got to be careful not to lose too many of them. And the way he holds his ground and just blinks back the weak units was very impressive there. Now that he has this position, he can deny the gold mining, and Dark is in big trouble. Now, apparently there's already some changes with the minerals on this map. Chat's telling me I should probably host the LC version. Apparently that's the more up-to-date version that they'll be using when the patch actually comes out. It's got all the little adjustments, so I'll try that on the next one. I thought ESL maps would be the most up-to-date, but I could be wrong on that. Stalkers dealing with the Zerglings on the right side as well. A few Stalkers start to go down. Dark supply is actually really good. But man, look at Hero's supply. This is what I was talking about. He's going to 10 gates. You need more than that. You need like so many gateways to spend this minerals. Yeah, he's plopping down Nexus on a 5th base. The mineral income is just crazy. You can make 35 zealots a minute, dude. Stalker's gonna need to blink. Oh, okay, Biles only land on one Stalker that got left behind. Oracle Stalker trying to fight with these Zerglings. Biles are landing on them. The terrain here is so clumped up and awkward. And Dark, if he could squeeze out like an Infestor, I feel like it could be game-changing. Right now, it's just Ravager-ling against Stalker. Hero has a very scary army supply. 11 gates up, 2 more coming in. 5th base is on the way. Hero's up above 70 workers, and he's keeping Dark pinned on the defensive. I always feel like taking this gold base is a bit of a trap, because it's just so hard to defend. And the angles across this map feel oppressive as a Zerg player. And yet it was actually Dark who picked this map, right? Yeah, map 3. So, I don't know. This seems like a pretty good map for Protoss. Dark thought it would be good for him, but he is now on the back foot and struggling. Oh, the blink snipe on the hatchery is one of the most annoying moves. You know what? Is it even going to be worth it? Oh, the stasis trap saves the day. It does save a lot of those Stalkers. Good job by Hero. He's lost 22 Stalkers and 2 sentries this game, but he's killed hundreds of Zerglings. He's 2,000 resources ahead, and the unit's lost while keeping Dark's income so much lower than his, getting his 5th base up and fully saturated. He has charge now and a 2nd forge finished, as well as +2 range on those Stalkers. Oh, Stalker's trying to pull back. Careful. Careful. Stasis trap's getting set off left, right, and center. That gold base is going to have to clear. Good pullback with the probes. No, not a good pullback. That's a clump up. The probes are just standing there. Luckily for him, Dark is tunnel visioning on the army on the right side. The Stalker's getting hammered through. Hero still has more Zealot Warpins, though. If he can get on the Ravagers, that would be massive. The Oracles have a lot of energy. I'm actually surprised he didn't turn the Oracles on. That would have been a nice way to finish these Ravagers off, but he's going to get them anyway. And that's GG. I think that's GG, because look at the supply drop. Remember, every Ravager is 3 supply, 100 minerals, 100 gas. The moment you lose your Ravagers, you lose so much more value. Losing Zerglings doesn't matter so much. Losing the occasional Queen, not that big a deal. But the moment your Ravagers go down, it really, really hurts. You can see he got pushed off the gold base again. It almost died to a Zealot run by. 3-1 is on the way, and Hero is just going to overwhelm. Hero not going down without a fight, as he does take post-youth to get a point on the board. All right, guys. Dark going for a 12 pool in the top right. He sent a drone out, pretending to take a 3rd. Hero is in the top left of Ghost River. It's a very short map. He sees no 3rd. Spidey senses tingling. Hero's like, no. Hero! Wake up! Why would you build a Nexus? You've seen no hatchery anywhere. What are you doing? How can you justify building a hat? Are you... Hero! His scouting today is absolutely nincompoop level. I don't even know if he saw the Zerglings come out. He's only just starting the Cybercore. He can defend this because he's Hero, but he better wall off real quick. Real quick. He's going to build a 2nd pylon there and then a gateway up here, I guess. Oh, he better cancel that probe, man. He's got 2 probes queued up. Oh, he's trying to do it reactively? Oh, he almost got his Zealot surrounded, though. Oh, Hero's micro is so good. Hero's micro is so good. Definitely a slow response from Hero here, though. He overthought what he... I know Dark does some very wonky openings. Part of Dark's bad openings, where he delays his hatchery, actually work in his favor in situations like this. There is an opening there, by the way. The Zerglings could have ran in if they wanted to. But he's trying to attack the gateway and kill the production instead. This was a massive Zergling commitment. This was like 18 Zerglings. Am I watching Snake style or Dark? This is not something you expect from a top pro going for this many units. Oh, the Zealot micro is slick though. Look at how many of those he kills. Only one Zergling gets in. The Stalker can't get to the inside of the wall. Stalker's a much fatter unit than a Zealot or a Zergling, and that does cost him. Gonna build more Stalkers there. The Stalker's not in range of the battery. There we go. Shuffles up, does get in range of the battery just barely, but doesn't recall it in time, which means it's gonna go down. No energy for recall. Oh, Hero's in big trouble. Hero is in big trouble right now. Dark is all in, man. He's literally just building Zerglings. Hero should have been doing nothing but chronoing Adepts here, and oh my gosh. Oh, that was an uninspired defense, that was. I'm not going to mince words. Hero, he's just assuming that Dark's expanding. I mean, when you see no hatchery there, and then you go down here, no way, you should be going back to this base. And I mean, at the very least, go Cybercore before Nexus, I would argue. But yeah, I mean, in general, going into the main is the better play. Rather than following to the third, I think going to the main, his response was so slow. And he just doesn't start a second gate or a Cybercore for such a long time because he's still building probes. He doesn't need to be doing cancel the probe, get the second gate started, then build the probes. Like, to me, this is just a crazy response. Anyway, GG's. All right. Dark in the bottom right side being a cheeky bugger and just getting away with murder. I don't know if Hero just got out of bed or what is going on, but he is not scouting and reacting to... And even when he does scout, he's not reacting to his scouting correctly. This time he'll go straight across to make sure he gets a block off on the hatchery. And he's going to see a drone heading down. He'll turn around to block that. And, oh, notice how he goes left? As if he was trying to block the third. But now he's going to try and bait Dark into maybe taking the natural. Sees the third hatchery, and he does confirm this is a much more normal situation. Probe moving over there. He's going to see if he can move up inside that main base. Alright, so far he's doing a nice little job of being annoying. Now, I have seen Hero get too cheeky, do that on the inside of the mineral line a few times, and just get killed. But Dark not punishing him yet. Just going to let himself get bullied off that mineral patch momentarily. Dark will go back to mining in a second, so not that big of a deal. And Oceanborn is a small map. It's a map where we're likely to see Dark just try to shove Roach Queen across the map. It's one of his favorite all-ins here. Hero, on the other hand, seems to be playing a much more macro-centric style, but has been unable to really get in his rhythm so far. Just dying to a lot of early pushes, some cheesy build orders. Now, here's the famous Hero wall-off on this map. Very awkward position to put an Adept in that wall-off. Pointy northern side of the choke point does end up hurting him a lot. Twitch chat says, you're screwed if you let the proxy hatchery finish? No, not at all. As long as you keep your gateway units alive, you're fine, because they can build some spines and lings there, but it's all just about having enough firepower. The problem was those zealots both going down in that last game. You pull a few probes to fight with your zealots, you can actually body block so they don't get surrounded as hard. They also add damage. So the way it works is zealots take 3 hits to kill Zerglings, but if the Zerglings take a single hit from a probe, they get 2 shot. So it's almost like if you get just 1 probe hit on every Zergling, then your zealots essentially have a +1 upgrade. And if you keep those 2 zealots alive, or even one of them alive, get, you know, a few stalkers and adepts out and stuff, then it'd be good. But losing that first stalker, because of his wall-off placement, was huge. And then the next stalker getting surrounded as well, it was just game over from there. And I think starting with adepts is more important because you want to 2-shot the Zerglings. That's the biggest priority. You want stalkers take, was it 3 shots? 4 shots, whatever it is, to kill a Zergling. And they attack slower as well, I think. Well, actually, adepts attack pretty slow. It's about the same attack speed. Third base does get down. And he's going to shade into that main base. Very nice. Does take down a drone. Pretty sure Hero thought Dark was expanding at home in that last game behind it. Just played a bit too greedy, thinking the rush was over. This time he gets 2 drones and a spore. That's a very good start for a single adept. Yeah, you lose the adept, but I think that's very worth it. I do like this gateway that reinforces the wall-off. That's one of my favorite things about this wall-off. And an Oracle comes out, second one should be starting up, and we'll see a Chrono Boost there immediately. Oracle goes out the north. Quite a few lings coming in. 8 zerglings. But he's shading his adept. Ooh, when he gets into the pocket of the minerals. I don't like that positioning sometimes, but I think in this map, it's actually really good. I think that spot might be even better, though. Probe does go down. Adept picks off a single zergling. Oracle sneaks around the back. He's looking for drones. He's looking for an open main base. Gets in there. And immediately on top of those drones. Very nice. 3 kills. I think that's worth going into the orange. Just 3 drones this early puts Dark down to just 30 workers. With an Adept and an Oracle on the D. Does shut down the Zerglings, but the Zerglings force that Oracle to stay on the defense rather than the offense, and that in itself is a little bit of a minor victory for Dark. Dark has got 4 queens out, going up to 6 queens as he's producing. Spores moving over there. So he's just got a spore building in the main, 1 moving to the natural as he rallies his drones there. And a lot more drones, Zerglings, and queens building. Overlord does go down out front. 2 Stalkers this early is kind of interesting. The Zergling's going to try and dodge the Oracles. Oracles coming down the left side, but the queens do intercept. Get a few hits on that. Oh. Hero the Mad Lad tries to walk right in there. Main base does have a spore, but no queen. Which means these drones need to hide. They should be cowering right now. Oh, he's going to just go stasis trap. Oh, Oracles need to get out. He freezes a couple of drones, causes a nuisance. Oracle out front is still just chilling. And takes a lot of damage on the way out, in fact. Luckily for him, no queen over on the natural. And this Oracle is also flying in. He wants to group up all 3. 3rd and 4th gateway starts up. We should be seeing Blink and +1 attack on these in a moment. It's already 5 minutes 20, so very late Blink and +1 this game. We've got 29 Zerglings coming forward. That's a lot of Zerglings. That's a lot of Zerglings. These units are in the open. Bad positioning for Hero. He's going to get punished. Oh, bad positioning for Hero. No shield battery up. All of his units just sitting out in the open. And he's getting punished so badly. There's just no reason for them to be sitting in a position where they can get surrounded. An amazing pickoff for Dark. Punishing Hero for just not dotting his I's, not crossing his T's. And, you know, whenever you're just chilling as a Protoss in this matchup, you always want to leave those units in the mineral line, in a little choked up area, somewhere where they can't get surrounded, but leaving them just sitting out there like that, where they could get surrounded from every single side, that was a big, big upset. And now Dark has a free path straight to Hydras. He's already picked off 4 Stalkers, 4 Adepts. Yeah, he's lost some Zerglings doing it, but being cost efficient against Protoss is always a massive advantage. 4th base has just started. Groove Spines is on the way. To me, this looks like Dark wants to just do a big hydra-ling timing. 5 gas, mass hydra-ling. Surprisingly, he's going Groove Spines first. I feel like when you want to be aggressive, most players want to go straight for Muscular Augments, the move speed upgrade. Obviously, we're back in familiar territory on Oceanborn. The next map will be Crimson, which is a fantastic map for Protoss, I believe. Though Hero did not pick it, which makes me wonder if he's studied the map pool at all. I did link the players the map, said try to get some games in on here, practice beforehand, practice the balance patch. Unlikely they did much practice because pro gamers are pro gamers. And until the money's on the line, they will usually ignore it. Cannon does get cancelled there. Evo Chamber and Lurkaden goes down. Wow, he's playing Lairtech Lurkers. Okay, Dark's up to funny business right now. Stalker block in the main is nice. Charge in +2 do start up for Hero. He's got a little bit of a blink pressure on the front as well. 40 Zerglings, 9 Hydras on the map. Dark's only on 60 workers. So he's kind of just doing a Lairtech Hydra-ling Lurker all-in. It looked like just a pure Hydra-ling all-in, but I guess the Lurkaden's there just as an extra bit of oomph if the Hydras and Lings aren't enough. It's very rare to see a Lairtech Lurker style out of Zerg, but Storm is not going to cut it. And look at that. By showing a lot of Hydra-ling, you make him afraid of your little fragile units. So Hero invests in Storm, and Storm is not what you want against Lurkers. I mean, it's good against the Hydras and the Lings, the supporting units. It'll still be useful, but saving his gas for Lurkers. Notice he's swapped into Lings. +1 range is on the way. 2 Hydras in the main. Tell me, I think he is maybe expecting a Warp Prism. There's not even a Robo down in this game. Just 8 Gate, Charge, Blink, and soon to be Storm. Stalker's not taking any risks, picking off a few of these Zerglings. Nice plays so far. Storm still about 15 seconds away. The Hydra-ling being tagged by the Oracles is actually really nice for Hero because he can't surprise more Lurkers. But Dark is going to continue nonetheless. I wouldn't mind seeing a few more stasis traps here for Dark, for Hero. He could also start that 4th base. 5 lurkers coming from the right side. Ooh, gotta be careful, man. He's gonna try and fight this. Storm is ready. Stalker's blinked to the right side. Nice force fields kind of blocking some of the lurkers. The Storm does get a lot of the Zerglings. Good Storm on those Hydras as well. A few more Storms are left. Oh, that Storm doesn't really hit. That one does land in a big way. Archons are morphing. Good micro by Hero to hold off the first wave of Ling Hydra. But those lurkers are such a big problem. Zealots come in from the left. Stalkers from the right. Oh, that's a big fight. That is a big fight. The Revelation, the Oracles. He breaks it. He breaks it. Hero on 76 probes, 74 probes, I should say. Now, he did lose a few there. Breaks the lurker push. And that was pretty much an all-in for Dark. Dark going for a desperate meme build to try and finish this series off. He wanted the 4-1. Remember, when these guys play, Hero is always capable of making a comeback. Hero's games against Dark are rife with silly throws and amazing comebacks. And it looks like this might be the start of that here for Hero. On match point, and he goes for the double robo. He's up to 8 gases behind. He's got new oracles coming out. I'd like to see him build another one of those since he did lose all 3 oracles in that fight. But overall, the trading was exceptional. He's up 16 workers. And with the infestation pit only now going down, Dark has to turtle up and try to get back in the game very slowly. Twitch chat command says, thought the lurkers would eat that army. Remember, those are lair tech lurkers. And that 2 range is just so big. I always, there's games where I like hold on against this pretty big lurker army. I go, wow, I thought that would kill my whole army. And then I look at the replay, I'm like, oh, they didn't have the range upgrade. And you're like, oh, it just drastically changes the power level of that unit. And there was only 5 lurkers. Remember, he did a good job of like keeping the lurkers back, fighting a lot of the Lings and Hydras first, clearing them out, and then coming in from 2 sides where the Zealots were drawing the attacks to the left. So the attacks weren't landing on the Stalkers, and Lurkers do bonus damage to armored units. So going in with the Zealot flank from the left first, and the Zealots were spread out, so they weren't taking a lot of splash damage either. That was a really nice play. Zealot run by comes in from this bottom side. Uh-oh, that's not going to work out. Hero should probably try to recall those bad boys. And indeed he will. Good save. Really good save there. Mama's on the way, as well as 2 Immortals. We're seeing Mama be a big part of PvZ recently. Now, in the late game, the Viper changes, feedback versus Viper change is huge. So for feedback, it used to be you could feedback any spellcaster, even if they had 0 energy. So if there's a bunch of Vipers coming at you, you just spam feedback, click, feedback, click, feedback, click, or you'd use rapid fire. You would accidentally cast feedback sometimes 2 or 3 times on the same unit, wasting 50 energy each time you cast that. Now, feedback will not cast on units with 0 energy. So basically, you can spam rapid fire across their spellcasters as they come in, and it's going to make it a little bit easier to use that. Now, if I had to take a guess, I would say I doubt Hero uses rapid fire. Hero doesn't really use control groups properly, so the chances of him using rapid fire, I don't even know if Hero knows where the hotkey menu is in StarCraft. I'm pretty sure he uses complete standard defaults, and then he occasionally uses his keyboard while playing, mostly using his mouse. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but not as much as you might think. He actually is a very weird player, and I doubt he uses it. But it will help him with just spamming his clicks out very fast still, allow him to do that a bit easier. Oh, nice defensive spread for Dark. Dark's on 95 workers, guys. How the hell? He's doing such a good job of just bouncing back into the macro game. Lurkers trying to come over here to defend. Storms will tickle those Lurkers, but Transfuser's keeping him healthy. Lurker Spore on the right side doing good. Dark will lose his 6th base, but at least keeping him on, keeping up 5 bases solid, I think is fine for Dark right now. You can see his drone count going down. The reason is he's building a lot of Spore Crawlers across the map, including 2 Spores on the bottom, because he knows the Mothership likes to run past there. And the new Mothership only has 250 hit points, 250 shield, so it'll take a lot of damage flying past 2 Spores, and that'll give plenty of warning for Dark to defend his main base, where, by the way, apparently he's set up a combat shower. His troops have been in the field too long. He said it's time to have a clean, guys. Unfortunately, the Zerg version of having a shower involves Overlord excrement. Can't say I would be lining up for one of those. At least it's a hot shower though, right? You know, nothing worse than a cold shower. That would be pretty warm, I think. Not in a good way, though. Lurker Spore trying to defend this base on the right side. High Templar Archon Trying to just deny a bit of creep. Mama's going to do a recall, reposition. Nice move. Quick pullback for Dark. Oh, Lurkers are quick, though. Yeah, Lurkers are quick. There's not much detection for Dark, but he quickly morphs overseers, realizing he was losing his spores there. These Hydras... Whoa! I don't care about what's happening to the other Hydras. Look at that Hydra. Oh my god, watching their corpses just careen off the map is the funniest thing. The Brood War Hydra skin is awesome. That hatchery goes down as well. These are the Brood War Hydra skins. It's actually one of my favorite ones out of the classic Brood War skins is the Hydralisk. Mass Cannon Battery on 5 base, going to go to 6 base, +2 air weapons, +2 plasma shields. There are 4 Stargates and more carriers are building for Hero, so he's going to 6 carriers right now. I wouldn't mind Hero getting a bit of a move on with his attacks, but for now, I think his efficiency has been okay. Still ahead about 1,000 resources in the units lost. Just got to worry about Dark in the late game with those Vipers. 27 Lurkers. So he's basically saying, I'm going to have enough to always smash your ground army, and I'm just going to rely on Spore Crawlers for everything else. And then maybe start adding some Banelings in for run-bys. Interesting choice. Nice denial on the northern base, but look at that. Hero just going to spread Mass Cannon Battery. It's a great way to stabilize these bases without actually having to use supply. And if you can actually move forward and mine one of your opponent's bases, that's great too. I actually think Tempests are the most underrated unit on this map because it's so small and you can kind of split the map up. I feel like the Tempest can just hit your opponent using the Oracles, bait them in and out, use your Storms and your feedbacks to cover them and be very effective. Oh, Prism tries to fly in the right. 3 spores and a parasitic bomb say no. Nah, mate. Nah. Oh, I like this one. Does he have an observer? Oh, he does have an observer just to the left. Doesn't have observer speed just yet. He's going to send an Oracle up there, and his carriers are going to go after it. I like this split to hunt down these Lurkers. Good move. Dark's going to try and punish him. Does lose a couple Hydras, though. Another Hydra goes off, cartwheeling up to the top of the ocean. These Lurkers do go down. Well, 2 of them are escaping, in fact. And actually, the Hydra's doing pretty well with their 3-2 upgrades against these cannons. Yes, some of them are falling. But this is forcing the whole army down here. Another Oracle Revelation does take down that Lurker. These Lurkers in this scenario, well, the Oracle just used Revelation, so he can't use it again just yet. But Dark does not want to overstay his welcome. He knows he's far away from spores. He's lost a bunch of his Hydras and Lurkers, which he actually wanted. So he's replacing those with Corruptors now. Lurker's going to burrow. Archon's pushing in is a crazy choice for Hero. He loses an Oracle and a bunch of those. Good feedbacks there with Hero's High Templar. Units lost tab is still about 1,700 resources now in favor of Hero. That's really good. And Dark can't get past 5 base. This is the problem for Dark. Dark needs to take one of these hatcheries, but he can't get out there. He does have +2 air attack started. His +1 air armor is almost finished. So he's at 1-1 air. Meanwhile, +3 air, +1 air armor, +3 plasma shields as well. Hero's getting all the upgrades, everything except ground armor. And I would like to see ground armor because I do think it affects Zealots, Immortals, these units a lot over the course of the game. But not as high priority as getting plasma shields, as that helps all of his air units. Dark was losing gas units for cannons, is a really good point that that is being made by Kuramasago. I think that's a really good point. If it comes down to a gas shortage in the late game, that's where you go, oh man, did I really spend a bunch of Hydras and Lurkers to just kill cannons? Right now, I think it's an okay trade, but 10 minutes from now, we might change our mind on that. Queen does get stormed down. Zealot Archon High Templar in the north as well. Can you really say good feedback anymore with the buff? I guarantee you guys, I will ask Hero after this game. Number 1, if he knows that it's a buff. You guys remind me in chat. Number 1, if he even knows that change happened. And number 2, if he knows what rapid fire is. Number 3, I'll ask him... I'll ask him if he used it. But I'm pretty sure the answer will be no, no, and no. Like, I don't even know if Hero's read the changes, my friends. Alright, here we go. Ling Bane. Oh, God. There's not enough probes for it to be that worth it, actually. Once again, gas for minerals, guys. Here it does clump his probes a little bit. Oh, Oh, if he took out the pylon, he could have stopped the warp in. Oh, he's getting rid of a robo. A couple stalkers going down. Oh, good micro on those stalkers, though. A few more zealot warp-ins will save this base. And as chat points out earlier, it is gas for minerals. So, I mean, the robos reach 100 gas, actually. So, yeah. +3 adrenal zerglings do an insane amount of damage. Oh, not in there. Not in there. You know, sometimes when describing heroes play, we say any hole's a goal. But not that one, guys. That is not a place you want to go as a Protoss player. This is a dangerous area filled with lurkers. Oh, hero has no supply. Okay, he's got very little supply to warp in. Just a few zealots warping in. As they die, he'll have to warp in more units, though. Remember, he doesn't have ground armor upgrades. He started them now, which is good to see. These zerglings are actually causing a ruckus. Zealot counterattacks going in, getting cleaned up as well. Archons in the mineral land. He does finally clean those up. 1,000 resource advantage for hero. So Dark closing the gap with some of these Ling run bys. This Baneling run by could get a few buildings. It does take out a few cannons and batteries. How many corruptors? 23 corruptors for 8 carriers. More than enough. 3/3 upgrades started, as well as +2 melee about to finish. Sorry, he was only on +1 melee before. What? I did not realize. I guess because he was playing lurkers and hydras from so early. +2 melee is now done. Kindness plating is done. I don't know if he made anabolic synthesis. Yes, he did. That's it there. Oh, Mama recalls to the south for a hatchery snipe, but that leaves this base wide open. Sniping the 6th base of Dark is big, though. Dark's just not able to mine these new bases. Robo's taking a lot of damage. Those Lings getting pushed back by the Archons. Trying to clear some creep as well as some Spore Crawlers. Good moves by Hero. Oh, Dark's got to pull back. Dark's been getting bullied. Remember, he was pretty far behind earlier in the game when his first big lurker push didn't work. But I gotta say, at this point, he's had enough time to spread creep out and really just establish spores and lurkers in front of that 6th. And he just hasn't done it because he's kind of blobbing his army a bit too much. Now, Pig, what is blobbing his army? Blobbing your army is where rather than technically moving your units around in small squads, you just grab it all and you shove it to one spot, then you shove it to another spot. Essentially, it's a less technical way of using your army management to control what's going on. Now, there are changelings here. Hero does clean those up, which limits Dark's vision. So Dark, you can see he keeps grabbing all of his lurkers and shoving them out. Now he's got 4 ultras as well. Could do very good if they catch, say, the High Templar in the open or something like that. They can do run-bys. Without Banelings backing them up, they will struggle to break through the cannon battery. Stalker blinking around there as that Stalker does get sent to Kingdom Come. 4 batteries and 10 cannons. A wall of defense in the north of the map. Dark doesn't know about it. That is a 7 base setup for Hero against the Dark that cannot get his 6th base going. 2 base advantage for the Protoss. You can see it's resulting in a massive gas edge. And now 4,000 resources, units lost. Wow, Hero's really taking an advantage. Watch out though. Oh, where's his storm feedback? High Templar not there. 2 carriers go down for free. Dark, the king of the spellcasters, strikes again. You might be wondering, who gave him that name? He did, guys. I literally did a show match with Dark, and I asked him, and he said, I was like, dude, really good infestor usage. Like, you know, is there a trick to it? And he just said, oh, I'm just the best player in the world of all races with spellcasters. And I was like, okay. I love it. You know, some players are like, oh, I don't know, man. I'm not that good. Dark's like, oh, I'm the best. He just says it the way he sees it. And this man has supreme confidence. Gonna come in with a lurker flank. Oh! But wait, it's a combat recall for Hero. Hero's gonna try and turn and fight. And Dark quickly turns around and runs away. Ooh. Ground armor is incredibly... Do shield upgrades affect buildings? Yes, they do. They do help all your buildings, air units, ground units. That's why they cost so much. Ground armor is really important for Zealot versus Zergling interaction, mostly. Oh, the Corruptors do take a big storm damage. It's clearing up the creep that's big, though, because this pushes... Look at Dark's... Look at Hero's vision, guys. He's got a lot of map control. Not that many spotters, but that's okay, because Dark... He's claustrophobic. He's trying to sneak a base in the top. He's already lost 3 hatcheries this game. Not to mention the ones that are being cancelled. And look at that. Oh, drones and lurkers run up a ramp into the Protoss army. Dark just cannot get a break right now. Where are his Vipers, guys? His Vipers are gathering energy down there. He's going to need to transfuse those bad boys, but he's only got 3 queens. He's got a big pack of Ultra-ling Bane. Dark's realizing defending is not working. He needs to go attack. So he's going to try and attack this base, but my golly. I mean, is that... I feel like that's... He's drawing pictures or something. It's like these are some sort of Nordic runes, you know? This is some ancient language that he's writing in the ground with cannons. He's trying to leave marks on the land for future generations, thousands of years, to find evidence of the Protoss civilization here on Oceanborn. He recalls to the bottom left. He's going to dive down there. Prism in the top right. Pylons being built on the front. Hero wants to build cannon battery here. What a savage. A couple of Archons get cleaned up in the middle of the map. A few drones and another hatchery cancelled down south. Where's Mama? Mama is in the top right. I like that he runs up the middle, but look at that. Massive DT warp in. Banelings! Banelings! Oh! He actually killed a bunch of DTs by manually detonating the Banelings. It's not the cheapest move, but DTs are so expensive. 125 minerals, 125 gas each, and I love to see it. That is awesome. We've got Lurkers denying Hero's attempt to take that very forward base. But of course, the bank is way bigger for Hero. Small trades will favor him. His carriers, not that powerful right now against 27 Corruptors. But it's the ground army where the issue lies. He's got 7 Immortals now against 6 Ultras, 11 Lurkers. And this upgrades for Protoss are so good. Only thing he's missing is ground armor +3. Not the most important upgrade right now. He's so well upgraded. That Lurker just gets blasted out of the ground. And the Corruptors are going to go wee-wee. But there's not really an option. Oh, 300 IQ. 300 IQ. Dark knows that Mama's going to go to the other side. He preemptively moves there and intercepts Dark the Mother Slayer. Ooh. What do you call it when you kill your mum? Because there's like patricide. Is that fratricide? Is that what that is? No, or matricide. That's the one I'm thinking of. Fratricide is brother. The matricidal maniac. You guys can come up with a better nickname than that. Help me out. Corruptor's trying to come in. The Lurker's doing some damage. He gets a parasitic bomb. He's going to dive on the carriers. But the Archons and the Storms are doing so much damage. Yes, the carriers will go down, but can he save any of the Corruptors? They take a ton of damage there. At the same time, a bunch of infrastructure going down. Remember, he keeps building his robos in the same spot, and they keep dying there. No ability to rebuild Immortals right now. That's actually a very big problem. Corruptors are flying across the map. They want to unzip their fly and go wee-wee. Battery overcharge plus the cannon trying to hold the line. Stalker's doing okay against the Ultras. They're not the optimal unit. Oh, and he's having to warp in more Stalkers. Battery overcharge is doing an amazing job. The gateways and the Cybercore go down. Immortals coming in from behind. There's 3 observers on that right side. The Corruptors and the Overseers are trying to snipe the observers. Hero is trying to get the observers in range. They're getting sniped. There's still 2 Lurkers there. He's gonna... Oh, but the Overseers are going down now as well. And it's only 2 Lurkers. It's not enough. Dark getting cheeky. But the matricidal maniac is not going to be enough. Hero gets it back closer to even. 2 points for Hero, 3 for Dark. All right, guys. Going into Game 6. Dark in the top right of Crimson Court. And he's rushing the purple gas. Oh my god. Now, this is a map I expected... I think Rainer expected Hero to take, because this base is so good for Protoss out front. You take that as your 3rd even, I think. And I think it's a really... It's got a narrow ramp up to it. I think Protoss can take that as their 3rd and potentially push with, like, Blink. He has found the purple gas base. Now, interestingly, Dark did take a gas at home. Often with purple gas bases, you'll see Dark not take gas, take an extractor now, immediately send 3 workers to mine from it. But I think he's realizing that is a bit dangerous. It will get harassed by Adepts, and you got to be a little careful. Hero and Dark are both very, very awesome here. Hey Pig, why does every top Zerg seem to play their own style instead of just trying to copy Cyril's builds, unit comps, and movements and executing them slightly worse mostly? Wouldn't that be enough to win anyway, since Cyril is so far ahead in most games and wins easily? I wouldn't say that he wins easily. He wins all of his matches. He wins a very high percentage of his games and matches. A lot of them look very competitive. Same thing with Maru. Maru's the same. You see Maru 3-0 someone, you look at the bracket of a tournament, you go, oh, he crushed that guy. You watch the games, you go, dude, those were 3 close games. But he clutched all 3 of them. And that's when you look at top players, it's not as easy as just, oh, he won easily. No. Just because someone wins most of their games doesn't mean those wins are easy. It just means they're very consistent at winning those games. Oh, Hero already loses a probe. And his Adept takes a ton of damage, only killing 1 drone. 1 drone for 1 probe is a trade the Dark is happy to take, and that's a Robo. Oh, Robo. I think Hero might have been planning to do something cheesy. But I would actually like to see him. Oh, he's just going to go, yeah, Observer. Don't cancel it. No, Observer was a better choice. Observer's a much better choice. If Hero goes Observer, he can macro this out. But he's basically so afraid of Dark all-inning off of this base that Hero's saying, well, to make sure I'm safe against your all-in, I'm going to do my own all-in. Now, to be fair, Dark is just macroing. He's playing a very standard build. He's not even taking the purple gas yet. I do think he's going to take that purple gas in the next 10 seconds and a Roach Warren, and then put back on this gas. I think it's going to happen any second now. I've got my eyes on Dark. Like, I don't think he can resist the urge to do that. 3 more gateways coming in and a Warp Prism. So it's going to be at least 4 gateway Warp Prism push with a single Immortal. Roach Warren goes down. Where's the purple gas? Purple gas is a little later than I thought. But, nonetheless, a good build order. Adepts are going to push back those Zerglings. Stalker's already got a couple kills. Second Immortal's on the way as well. Hero's looking like he wants to go kind of all in, but Hero's a very fluid player. It's just, I just wish he had an Observer this whole time. Oh, Dark does drone a little bit more here. Is that a bit too risky? He's got 18 Zerglings so far. Quite a lot of Zerglings out here trying to save the Overlord. Queens are moving out front. Nice move here for Dark to intercept these units. Hero can't fit everyone inside. He's got to save the Immortal. Oh, he's gonna ferry them to the high ground. He saves all of them. Oh my god. Oh my god, Hero. He's lost 1 probe for 21 Zerglings. Hero. Oh my god, what a sicko. What an absolute sicko. He's gonna have to lose a few Adepts to save that Immortal now. Oh, okay, he loses the Immortal, but man, still, he's killed so many Zerglings. That was like another 10 Zerglings plus for that. Maybe 13. I think these trades are a little sloppy, actually, for Dark. Dark's finally getting roaches, but this is going to get really weird. Oh. Purple gas is there. We got the natural as well. 3 more Overlords are being built. Oh, Lings are going to try to get in and surround. Dark trying to pull back. Adepts moving north. Queens damaging the Warp Prism. Warp Prism's going to move left. This is really interesting because that looks like a fake third. I think he's doing an all-in. But now that Dark's seen a third, if he gets baited into droning, he's screwed. What Dark needs to hide is the fact that he's got no workers on his third. If he can hide the lack of workers, Lings popping out gets spotted. That's a big sign of aggression right there. Why is he building Zerglings? But my only fear is that he hasn't really been paying attention to his scouting this series. Oh, an instant Biles on that shield battery. Dude, good surround on the Immortals, but they're going to dodge. There's enough Adepts to deal with the Zerglings, enough Immortals to deal with the Ravagers. This looks like a good fight, but the Prism is getting F2'd home. Remember, Hero doesn't really use control groups. That Prism will probably die on the way back, and he's lost all of his Adepts. Ling Ravager is so good. Oh, if he had his Warp Prism to juggle the Immortals, he could have warped in more units, and he might have been okay, but without the Warp Prism there to micro, Dark is finding massive damage. And look at the worker count. Dark is so all in. Dark's only on 34 workers. If Hero had pulled back and given up his third, he's actually ahead there. But Dark, like a savage, finishes off the series with some YOLO aggression. And he does take out Hero 4-2. Straight up, dirty all-in start to finish. And some... Man, I gotta say, the micro in the early game was amazing for Hero. Keeping all those units alive had me stunned, man. That was so cool. But Dark is just so sneaky, and Hero, because he didn't build an Observer, he kind of cornered himself. Remember what I said, guys? If he had an Observer, at pretty much every moment, he can see what Dark's doing. But the moment he cancelled the Observer and started the Immortal, I immediately felt my heart sink because he's got the gas for the Observer, and Observers don't take long to build. If we go back in this game, look at how long it takes an Observer to build now, guys. 18 seconds. You chrono that, it's out in 9. 8 seconds even. It builds in next to no time. It just builds so quick. If he went Observer here, I still think he could have feigned aggression towards Dark, kept him a bit scared, but had the advantage of that Observer scouting. And I think that was probably the misplay here for Hero, if we could argue there is one. Great micro on both sides, and great killer instinct for Dark. Hiding his all into the last second. Killing the battery with the Biles at the very start of the fight was huge. Really well played. and Dark takes it out 4-2. GG, well played.